best friend. Controlling and you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with the 3 kids in my own. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me, come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know, even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Got me, myself, I know that I will never disappoint myself. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you'll see the sun come out again. Hey, I know that I will never disappoint myself. I'm crying. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. Hey, you hurt me, but I learned a
Hi, people. Somebody let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Because I'm kind of testing out my iPad. So I'm trying to figure out how to stream from here. And if you could do the same things on here that you do on a desktop. Somebody let me know. What the hell? I'm trying to put the music. Can y'all hear the music? See, it's already being weird. I'm trying to put the music to a certain place and it's not going. Let me get that. Hi, April. Hi, FNM. Hi, Dr. G. One of y'all let me know if you can hear me. Please, please, and thank you. I'm trying to figure out if I could do a screen share the same way you can on a computer. Nice and clear. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I didn't have any topic, Dr. G. This was just an impromptu. I'm trying to see if my iPad is gonna work the same as my laptop. But I did have a bit of a brain dump and and we're better than my own channel, right? Because guess what? If you don't want to hear it, you ain't gotta hear it. But yeah, I've been listening to all of the YouTube, Instagram, the TikTok, and at this point I feel like we have now entered the seventh dimension. I feel like we are all under one big psyop, and I'm the only one who can see it. I feel like we're in the matrix. Okay, I feel like I'm just in a different plane outside of reality and I don't know how to get back in. Like the door's right there, but like nobody else can see the door and they're holding me back from the door. Okay? That's what I feel like is happening. I don't know what's going on. Hey Big Drawers, how you doing? See, I'm doing a quick check-in for my people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just like an information overload. It's so much information and misinformation, so many lies mixed in with truth. I'm just concerned that the world really has gone mad at this point. That was like a saying before. No, I actually believe the world has gone mad. Like people are getting dumber and dumber by the day. And I'm starting to believe, because I know I'm a conspiracy theorist, okay? I'm starting to believe that this is all a part of the big plan by the elites, okay? So just dumb everyone down and keep you distracted constantly with stimulation, making your attention span shorter and shorter, making your patience shorter and shorter, distracting the hell out of you while time is passing you by. You're not learning anything, you're not evolving, you're not growing, you're not developing as a human. Okay, and the brain is a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And I feel like people have definitely been losing the little bit of brain activity they was already holding on by a thread any damn way. And at this point, the little bit of brain activity that was once there is like null and void. Okay. And I don't know what to do. Am I the only one feeling like this? Like I'm listening to some of these conversations. I know for a fact that I'm not the only person seeing these things start to show up in real life. Just people's inability to think logically, think critically, exercise any type of deductive reasoning skills. Just this is not a drill, okay? This is not a drill. We can no longer be like, oh my God, it's just the internet. No, you know who's on the internet? Real people. I'm a real person, okay? Working people, unemployed people, parents, married people, single people, LGBT, real people, okay, are on the internet. So I'm no longer going to accept this it's just the internet. No, these are real people saying real words, expressing their real thoughts. Now, are some of them full of it? I would argue most of them are, okay? But the point is, these are the decisions these people are actively making. And this is the information these people want to put out into the universe. This is not an effing drill. Hi, Tay Tay. How you doing? It's not a drill, y'all. Don't make me feel like am I crazy? Am I the only one seeing this? This feels really good because in real life, let me tell y'all a secret. I have no one to talk to about these things because most people, and I'm sure y'all can relate, in our real lives do not get into this interactive social media on this level. So they be looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about? Who cares? Why is it that deep? They just don't get it. But I've come to accept that we are all part of like a very niche community. And if you're not in it, it kind of, you look like a weirdo to everybody else. And I understand that. Okay. But yeah, so I just have to come here and do my brain dumps. Okay. I just think it's somewhere in the brain dump you might find a gem or two or three. You know what I'm saying? But yes, FNM is like, first of all, okay, dating relationships between men and women right now, I'm gonna just say specifically black because that's the community I know. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I'm not even sure if men and women are interested in each other like that on a high level anymore outside of utility. You know what I'm saying? Are women just like deducing men down to sex and money because it's like everything else to do with you, I just can't deal. I don't want that shit. And then are men just deducing women down to vagina because they're like, look, anything outside of that, I don't want to deal with that shit. And so now we're here. Nobody wants to put any effort into anyone else. Everybody feels like they're too good. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not, right? That's everybody's favorite line. They think they the star. They think they bigger than the motherfucking program. That's what they think. Okay. So we got a bunch of I'm not, I ain't, I can't, I won't, and I don't as people running around thinking that they are the creme de la creme that somebody's supposed to come and chase down and just earn their attention and do all this pining and hope that you just notice me and choose me and love me. Meanwhile, you do absolutely nothing because your mere existence is just so grandiose, so valuable that why would you have to do anything, right? We should be honored by what is it? What did Kanye say? You should be honored by my lateness that I would even show up to this fake shit. So that's how everybody feeling. So we got a bunch of that going on. Okay. It's getting real gay, by the way. Okay. Because some of these men I be listening to, I can't tell if you just don't like women as people or don't like women at all. I can't tell. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. Okay. Um, Then we have the political conversations where the black conservatives continue to piss me off every day, every night, every hour, every minute, every second she could get it. Okay, just everywhere, anywhere. We can do it anywhere. Okay, just anywhere I see a black conservative lately and their mouth is moving, they're usually stressing me the fuck out. Okay, so we got the political conversations. I just people are just so disingenuous. I guess I do understand because it's like, I mean, obviously there's some financial incentive or some subscriber incentive, clout incentive. I've come to understand that some of the biggest black conservatives are getting a very big bag. And other people see that and they go, damn, I want the big bag too. I want to be endorsed by Israel too. I want Israel to fly me out so people could spit on me like Officer Tatum with his coon ass too. Okay, that's what I want. You know? So we got that going on. And for the record, I'm not no Democrat either. Okay, I don't really rock with none of that. any of it, to be honest. I see deception in all of it. Okay. I see the devil in all of it. Okay. So I'm not cool with Republicans or Democrats. Okay. Republicans or Democrats, whatever the hell. Okay. Just leave me off bad and bougie. I don't want nothing to do with any of it. Okay. Because they all fake. We got Republicans out here. This is probably the most racist as a millennial I've ever got to experience the country being in my entire life. Okay. I've never seen it on this level. And, logically, there are some things I understand about Black Republicans that make sense. And I do get it. I get it. And the same thing is to be said about Democrats. Like, they're like both parties have some things that just make sense. I understand that. But, like, at the core, there's just a lot of insidious, shady, sneaky, underhanded, undermining, MK Ultra, manipulating, leading you to your demise behavior going on. She said, spin that shit. Spin that shit. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? Stuffing that shit in y'all bags. That's my song. Um, Even though I don't know how to feel about her, because I was listening to a content creator I like, and I can't remember who it was, but he was like, "Oh, I think it was Deontay Kyle," and he was like, "Oh, so we just gonna support Carisha? Wasn't she just supporting a whole sex offender or whatever the hell Diddy is, like a whole woman beater?" Da 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 da. So once he said that, it really made me start thinking, and I have to reevaluate my decisions in life because now I don't know how to feel about that. Like, if you're for women, shouldn't you stand on something? Like, can we be abuser apologists or rape apologists? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, but what I've come to realize about musicians specifically, if I get into their personal lives too much, I'm not gonna have no music to listen to. I'm talking about the men and the women, because a lot of them ain't shit. Okay, they're really not. Hi, King Amira. Thank you for subscribing. Where'd you come from? Oh, King Amir. Hi, Amir. How you doing? Yeah, this is a like no topic show. I haven't been live in a while, and I just felt like coming on here and like emptying my brain out because I feel like this is the appropriate place. All of the information in my head came from the internet, and I'm here to give it back. I don't want it. Return to sender. Okay, let me tell you something that my brother taught me a long time ago about baggage. He said I came from a different planet. Okay, but how did you find me? Hi, hustler and muscular. But yeah, let me tell y'all a valuable lesson that my brother taught me, and I'm gonna pass it on to y'all about baggage. My brother told me the problem with people is that they're carrying baggage um around, and it's affecting them, it's weighing them down and affecting everyone they visit when they could simply take that baggage to the person it's for. Okay, don't carry the baggage around. Return to sender, take it to who it's for. Okay, so if you're running around harboring resentment, you're feeling a way about somebody in your life and it's affecting your mood and your attitude, nah, take it to them. Okay, they had a reggae song, take it to them, take it to them. King Amir from the radio waves. I felt it from my planet. Okay, don't get blocked now because look, King Amir, I do have stalkers on this app, and they do create fake accounts just to talk to me while simultaneously calling me an ugly fat ass bitch. But for some reason, they create fake accounts just to talk to an ugly fat ass bitch. So I don't know. It's weird around here, but I don't want to be talking to somebody that I even think is one of those people. I really don't. So, but yeah, that's another thing too. Can we talk about? I need to do some deep research on the seriously parasocial relationships that people develop on this internet. What does parasocial mean? A one-sided emotional connection where a person feels a deep friendship or intimacy with a public figure, fictional character, or AI who they don't actually know. The other party is completely unaware of the fan's existence. It does not return the feeling. Hi, A-Dub. How you doing? Um, so this is parasocial because some of these people I do know or had once had some level of a working relationship or just like a cordial, and they can't let it go. They can't let it go. But no, this parasocial shit is real. All the emotional energy comes from one side. I'll give you guys an example. I've been moving around lately, like popping in on different channels where I would think nobody knows me, right? Because it's a new channel. I don't know these people. Come to find out, they know me. They could quote me back from 1932. Okay? What I said on September 3rd at 6 p.m. They could tell you things I've said that I forgot I said, okay? And they have very strong emotional feelings. And when I come around, you could just feel the vitriol and the hatred. Oh my God, this misandrous bitch, get her out of here. I mean, these men lose their shit when I come around. Literally, I did not know I had so much power. What's that Kanye song when he be like, one man shouldn't have all that power? I forgot how it go. But that's how I be feeling when I see the emotions that are conjured up by people that I did not know existed. Like, damn, you been hurting your heart because of me? I can hear your heart crying out for me. Coming in, coming in, coming in and save me. It's like they want me to save them. I can't save no grown ass, hurt ass man. I cannot do it. I'm sorry, y'all so hurt. Baby, I'm sorry for 2004. I ain't gonna mess up no more this year. I've been singing all day. But I think it's because I've been listening to R&B a lot the past few days. Like I've been listening to Jodeci, Case, Drew Hill, Bobby Valentino. Like I really been jamming, okay? Yes, Ada, breaking hearts. These niggas be having hatred. I'm telling y'all, I done popped them on channels where I didn't even know the people, but they knew me. And they couldn't wait to go crazy. Oh, this bitch. I hate her. I listened to somebody spend 20 minutes trying to convince other men to hate me. Like I was just in the chat listening to a nigga I don't know having a whole dissertation about me on another man's platform and why I shouldn't be there. I mean, they are hurt. I don't know what is going on. And I always wonder about the women connected to these men. Like, would I be okay if I see my man this emotionally invested in a strange woman he's never even spoken to? Like, what kind of weirdo are you? And why are you not this emotionally invested in me? Bitch ass nigga. It just make me want to say that. Hi, April. Yes, Panini pressed. Panini pressed April. All these bitches is my sons. And I ain't talking about Phoenix. Wait, what you say? All these bitches is my sons. And I ain't talking about Phoenix. Bitch, I get money, so I do's what I pleases. I live where the motherfucking pools and the trees is. Broke bitches so dusty, disgust me. Gave a bitch a ride, got the continental dusty. Keep a wet wipe in case a bum try to touch me. Ill. Okay? Yes, Alexis. I am not kidding. I'm gonna start reacting to some of this shit because y'all gonna be like, yeah, nah, this is crazy. Like, y'all really gonna be like, yo, the way they be grouping up like Voltron for all this one little tiny irrelevant woman who doesn't matter, shouldn't matter. You can't get a man, you unattractive. Like, I'm trying to understand how somebody could be all of the things y'all say I am, but can have that much power and influence. The math ain't mathing. Cause I ain't the one pressed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the one conjuring up research and sitting around in the bushes waiting for an opportunity to talk to someone who doesn't know that I exist. I'm never doing that. But these niggas do it for me though. They be grouping up in back rooms and then they be telling themselves in the front, like, yeah, I see why people behind the scene. Why are you having group powwows about little old Venus behind the scene? Ah, these niggas is pathetic, man. Damn. Oh, Nikki, you say you love Nikki? Um, but she lost her mind. Yes, she has, man. And people don't like when I get into the FBA talk, but look, April, and I know you part FBA and you part Caribbean, but you gonna understand what I'm saying. This is where I be on the delineation hard body because what is Nicki Minaj? She is non-FBA, and there is something to that, like how quick people be ready to throw black people under the bus for proximity to whiteness. It's like, damn. I told you I got three pillars. The main race traders, in my opinion, are non-FBA, people who marry outside the race, and then just your FBA, normal FBA, like regular Sambo coon. Like it's just three types. You know what I'm saying? FBA is not exempt. We definitely have some traders amongst us. Let's not get it twisted. But yeah, Nikki definitely lost her mind. I watched that conversation with her and Erica Kirk, and there was literally no reason for her to introduce black women into that conversation and just throw us under the 18-wheeler tractor trailer and back that bitch up and do it again. And again and again. Okay. Like, girl, what? Leave black women out the group chat for once. This is what I want to understand. Oh, and somebody can help me. So they told me that black women are the least desired, okay? Like Monique said in Precious. Remember that movie? She said to Precious, she was like, you are a dummy, bitch. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody need you. That's not funny. But that's how she was talking to her daughter, okay? So they told the black women, you are the least desired. It's kind of like what they do to me, but we're going to see how it's bullshit, right? It's the same. We're going to make a comparison. So what I was just telling y'all about the men. So in general, right, the black women are the least desired, the least attractive, the least valuable, the most ratchet, the most ghetto, right? But black women are the topic of everyone's discussion all the time, every time, right? So that don't make sense. Black women are so valuable. Just you talking about them makes you money. That's value. I don't know what y'all call that, but that sounds like value to me. Just talking about black women gets you money, gets you traction, gets you attention. Just mentioning our likeness, okay? Got people on here paid. Black women still feeding people just in an indirect way. That's how valuable we are. We will provide for your ass by accident. That's how valuable we are, right? But it's like, how ungrateful. The people who benefit from you the most are the ones who put you down the most. The ones who tell you you ain't shit the most. The ones who want to remind you day in and day out how nobody wants you. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody need you. You're unattractive. You're a baby mama. You're a hoe. Right? So the people who are literally standing on your shoulders to get rich, to make money, to get clout, to gain status, while stepping on you to do it. And then they're calling you the bad people. No, they're the bad people. Those are the actual horrible people who are willing to do such a thing. Damn, none of these black rappers are not FBA. I don't know. Don't get me to start digging, please, because it's gonna piss me off for real. Um, about the not FBA. There's just too much going on. Cause I really be mad at the community for never gatekeeping a goddamn thing. And I'm gonna say this on blue in the face. Black people, FBA people specifically, y'all don't know how to gatekeep nothing. Nathan, Nathaniel, nada, zip, zilch, nothing. Y'all don't know how to gatekeep a damn thing. Y'all be too thirsty to invite everybody to the cookout to the point they done came in and took over, and now you would be lucky to be a guest at the cookout. This our shit now. That's what they said. Okay, this is my block now. I move weight on this block now. You're a visitor here. You can't sit with us. You don't even go here. Okay, that's what they said. And what do y'all do? No, no, but he's cool. He's our friends. He's cool. Like, y'all be so damn thirsty looking everywhere but at yourself. Why you don't see the beauty in yourself? And when I say yourself, I mean your own group. I mean your own community. I mean your own kinfolk. You don't see no beauty there. You don't see no value there. You looking everywhere but right in the goddamn mirror or at your reflection, at your own. You can't even fathom the thought of the value that could be here. You looking everywhere else. Where is the skin lighter? Where is the hair straighter? That's the only place I can see value, because I don't see value in my own group, my own people, and my own culture, and my own ethnic anything. Cultural identity. What is that? That don't exist. Like, black people have been so disappointing. Let me say some, of course, but like too many. Like way too many. There is no gatekeeping. There is no cultural pride, ethnic pride, cultural identity. At this point, you'll see somebody with black skin disparage the culture, the group, the race band or duo before you see somebody who's not black do it. Like, this is how far this big psyop has gone. The brains are fried. I told y'all earlier, people barely had any brain activity left when I got here a few years ago, and at this point, they're all under MK Ultra. It's just, you've been programmed to hate black people, and you're black people. How that work? Guys, we're living in think about this. We're living in a world. I saw somebody ask a black guy. No, I seen two black guys talking on a video. And one of them was like, black women are top tier. They're top tier. And the other black man was like, nah. And then I seen another clip where, like, it's a normal, think about this. It's a normal question now to ask a black man, do you date black women? Think about how that's a normal question. You think it's normal for Irish people to ask Irish people if they date Irish people? You think it's normal to ask a Russian if they date Russians? You think it's normal to ask a Dominican if they date Dominicans? Do you think it's normal in any other group for it to be a question of whether or not you stay within your own? Like that, like, it's normal here to ask somebody if they would date their own race. This is how far gone. How far gone we are. Hi, Sherelle. My boo is here. Yeah, Sherelle. I didn't really have a topic. I'm just here so I don't get fined. But yeah, it's normal here to be like, ask a black man. Like, but again, the black community, y'all, has been done so dirty. And I'm in between feeling sorry for us and blaming us, because I do understand that some of this stuff is deeply rooted, very much psychological, very much conditioning through generations and through different angles, through educational system, through media, through just so many different ways, through religion, through politics, right? Like, there's been a lot of strategic ways that have been implemented that have gotten Black people right where they are today. Spiritually bankrupt, mentally inept, just lost, right? That does not happen to a people by accident. It doesn't. Okay? So I understand that a lot of that is a byproduct of white supremacy, okay? Patriarchy, religion, social conditioning, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I understand. But on the other hand, if I'm a woman and the women are the illogical ones, that we're stupid, we don't understand anything, and I can see this, I'm trying to understand why so many quote unquote logical men can't see it. Why can't they see it? You know what I figured out about men? And this is very sad. It's very sad. But this is what I think. Through my observation, it's like there are a lot of weak men. There are a lot of men who are non confrontational. They don't want any problems with anybody except for women, right? They're aggressive and angry and disrespectful to women at the drop of a hat. But when it comes to challenging another man, most of them actually would prefer not to. And it's not socially accepted to say that. So what I'm realizing is that people just will play stupid. Like it's easier to gaslight you, pretend like I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't see any racism. I don't see any bias. I don't see any institutional uh anything. I just don't see it. You guys are victims. Like think about what kind of race trader you have to be. Like it's easier to turn on your own because you're that terrified. You're that terrified of actually addressing your problem, who has always been the white man. Always. So we got that many men who have been like conditioned into being like just absolute scary, right? Don't want to do nothing, don't even want to say nothing. Okay. Damn, April says she thinks that they're not playing. A lot of them actually think that way. I believe that you can convince yourself of anything. Right. So I believe that some people, yeah, they do believe that because they come from parents who were also dumb as hell. So they were indoctrinated by society and their dumbass parents. And then I believe some of them are playing stupid because I've seen in real time and I've done in real time a debunking of some of the most ignorant things I've ever heard in real time with proof and everything else. And I literally seen people get completely debunked with facts and then still choose to subscribe to those same ways of thinking. And that's when I had to realize, oh, this is a cope for you. You have to hold on to those ideologies because anything else you do will force you to have to acknowledge some of this shit and you don't want to. So you're going to avoid that like your life depends on it. And so it's like, damn, women, we were raised up to look at men like, oh my God, they're protectors, they're leaders, they're strong. And what we've learned is like most of them really are not. They will damn near, most of them won't even protect themselves, is what we've seen. So how the hell they gonna protect you? Like that is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It is I feel like I'm going crazy. Like I feel like I'm having a midlife crisis with just like my understanding of things. This has been a year like where everything that I thought I understood is in question at this point. I'm talking down to religion, everything, how I look at men, how I look at women, everything, like literally everything has been a lie. That's why I told you in the beginning, I feel like I'm in the matrix. I feel like I'm in a big psyop. Okay, this is a weird nightmare that I cannot wake up from. We are now in the seventh dimension. We are on another plane. This is a different frequency, a very different vibration, a low one. April said, I look at my father, my uncles, my cousins, they're leaders. These randoms, I don't look at them anyway, especially on the internet. So here's the thing, right? Our fathers and uncles and stuff were not subject to the internet. The internet has provided a space for any type of psychological conditioning that people wanted to do to a group of people. The internet exponentially increased it, right? The ability to do it, how many people you can do it to, how fast you can do it, how effective you can do it, because you can control the algorithm. You can control what you're feeding them visually, audibly, right? Mentally, subliminally, right? With certain messages and sounds and things that you put in advertisements. So you have that. Also, the dopamine hits you get from just being on social media, the way it shortens your attention span and keeps you distracted. So there's two things happening. You're being distracted from real life, right? And in that distraction, you're also being dumbed down. You're being brainwashed. MK Ultra. Okay? So while you're distracted from real life and totally consumed with this digital bullshit, while you're here, let's go on ahead and brainwash you to hate your own. Let's create a group of people who we don't even have to be racist no more because they'll do it for you. That's not, yo, if you guys just look at any other group of people, and I mean any group, none of this is normal. It's not normal for somebody even to have to ask an Italian, hey, do you date Italians? That shit is not normal. It's not normal that if someone was disrespecting Russians as a group, that you would see another Russian jump in and defend the person disrespecting them. But when you look at somebody offended talking shit about black people, you get a Chad the Builder, you gonna get a bunch of people with black skin talking about, oh no, but it's satire and it's comedy and it's what the fuck? Nothing is normal about the black community. And the fact that, again, a woman can see this, you know what I'm saying? That shit is wild. But the logical people can't see it. Hi, Red Scholar. Hi, Jazz Noel. I think I tried to pin the link if anybody wanted to come up. I have no real topic, Jazz and Kim. This is just a brain dump, okay? I'm just here so I don't get fines. Nah, really though, it's just been a lot of things on my mind that I never really have the ability to speak on too much because I don't know, these people act like fans about me. Like I can't never come somewhere and just be a regular panel person and be a part of the conversation. The people who claim they don't like me the most are really act like little groupies who can't wait to get my attention. They can't wait to try to get into an argument with me. They can't wait. It's like really pathetic. It is so I didn't know men behave like this. I hate it. Like I actually hate it. So it's like, damn, even when I try to go to other places, join in the conversation, get my little thoughts out. No, I can't do that because there's either a man competing for my attention or competing for attention against me, right? Like I can't just get the floor for 2 seconds without 6 niggas jumping out their body every time I speak. It's just pathetic, y'all. I swear. I don't know where I've been, if I've been under a rock my whole life, but I don't remember men being like how these men are. I don't. I could be wrong. They really are fans in disguise. Like think about that. Like think about it. I am literally like I don't know what the word is, but like what I represent to some of these people is like if I could just get a moment with me going off on her, that actually means something. Like that means something to your circle. So what does that say about me? like what does that say about me? I'm that important? What the fuck? That should make no sense. So yeah, we got either people competing for my attention or competing for my attention. See what I'm saying? Either they want attention from me or the attention I'm getting in the moment. They want, no, look at me, look at me. Which sidebar, take me out of it. I see that on panels a lot and it's annoying. Like sometimes when it's a good conversation going on and somebody just gotta be the pick me man of the day, he gotta do some shit to just throw himself in it while adding absolutely nothing to the conversation. Just want to be heard. Just want to ramble. And this is what I mean about everything we ever understood about men was a lie. They said women talk too much. Oh my God. This internet. April said they just want your attention by any means possible, even if that means arguing with you. Nah, some of them got a real hatred, girl. I done seen it and I heard it. They want to kill me. Oh my God. They want to kill me. They want me to die. And they want everybody to hate me. Like I'm telling you, they be behind the scenes trying to turn niggas against me and in front of the scenes. I heard it with my own ears. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. But what I found out was this is very typical behavior of these men around here. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. They do that to a lot of people. They really do. So I don't know. How are y'all feeling about like what's going on in the space lately? It's been a lot of beefs going on, okay? A lot of I don't know, separations and getting back together and I don't know. I can't keep up. I be trying, but I don't have the time nor the mental capacity. But I try to like move around and see what's going on over here and over there. Yeah, April, they want me to girl, they hate me. And it's sad because it's making me hate them. Like at this point, it's a couple of niggas I really do hate. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Right. If you could, I refuse to prove all the bullshit happening. It's way too much. I can't even like. It's like we're in a reality TV show, and I can't even keep up with all the storylines anymore. There's too much going on, yo. Who you hate? I don't want to say their names, big draws, because you know, but you know, it's a couple of people. Hi, just being jazzy, and that's sad, right? You shouldn't hate people on the internet, but it's like certain people could just do too much to you, say too much about you. And again, people you don't know. And it's like, oh, okay, well, shit, you got this level of vitriol for me. Yeah, no, I want you to die. Absolutely, yes. That's how I feel. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, y'all. What was I talking about? Yeah, she said April said I have a strong for real. April, you don't even be on panels. Who you like? Who you don't like? She said I got a strong dislike for a couple of people in this space. Me too. I just come to find out it's really yeah, Big Dress Forever said I understand when they keep making it personal consistently, but nobody should have that much extreme emotion for each other. Yeah. It's like they bring it out of you because yeah, they make it very personal consistently. And nothing bothers me more than somebody who truly does not know you, truly has no affiliation or connection to you, but has all this energy out of it's like, sir, I didn't know you existed before right now. Who the fuck are you? And why do you have all of this passion? And like, what do you clearly need to go touch grass, go get a life, go do something. I don't know what's going on with y'all. Um, and like it just be so obvious, like you couldn't wait for the day, the time, the hour. Yes, this. Big Draw said, I have a strong dislike for the ones who keep making it personal and digging for personal info to throw shots. Those are the weirdos. No bullshit, Big Draws. There's a lot of weirdos on here. There's a lot of weird behavior. And this is one of the things I fear about like some of these conversations that these men have. they're normalizing a lot of weird shit. Like they are really leading each other astray. Like I promise you, just if you sit back and just listen to some of the conversations, especially when it's just men on a panel, and just listen to the things that they affirm and the things that they normalize. Like this is creating a very dangerous, very problematic culture. No, this is a fact. April said they need to go get labeled all that pent up energy they be having on these panels. I guess. And the funny thing about that is the way some of them are is what makes women not want to lay them. It's not even probably how they look. It's just like all that catty ass, argumentative ass, extra emotional, petty. Women do not understand men to be like that. Women are not socialized to even view men like that. So when men show up like that, it's like, what the fuck is hell no. Don't nobody want to be debating with you in real life. Nobody be going back and forth and tit to tat and you gotta get the last word and you always got some smart shit to say and you want to get your nails done with me and your lashes. At this point, you want to get your vagina waxed just like I do. Like you just are one of the girls. And the girls don't want to sleep with a man who wants to act like one of the girls. Okay. Damn. Killer Swag said. If y'all just now realizing there are weird niggas in the space, then you're not paying attention. And I'm speaking in general. No, we knew there were some. My latest epiphany, Killer Swag, is that I really think it's most. Okay, I promise you, I think it's most. And I've come to find out it's not something that we're gonna just exclude to quote unquote broke men or hood men or low earning men. No, being a bizarre, peculiar, odd, eerie, uncanny, outlandish, absurd, weird ass nigga knows no bounds. Okay. It transcends across all socioeconomic statuses, from the CEO down to the dude moving weight in the project hallways, hanging out in the project hallways, talking about how I be in the projects all day. Whatever they said. Oh, listen, it's a spectrum, okay? And money, don't change it. If you a weird nigga, you just a weird nigga with money. And so what I've come to find out is even some of these men with money, they're weirdos, parasocial weirdo, obsessed press. They got pictures of me on the wall. Y'all ever seen the movies when there's like somebody who becomes obsessed, right? And then when they finally break in a house and shit, it'd be like a shrine, like a just a bunch of pictures printed out on the wall with like dots on their forehead and shit. Yeah, that's how some of them come in. Damn, April. She said it's I think it's 85% of the men up in this space that are weirdos, but I also have to include some of the women. Absolutely. Absolutely. The women really be take me through there. The women be absolutely taking me through there. Like sometimes I just peek my head into Fatty's show, right? And some of them women over there, like, yo, you want to talk about male identified? You want to talk about male centered? You want to talk about a brainwashed, brain dead, bird brain ass bitch? You want to talk about the type of bitch that are like line you up to get raped? That's how I look at some of them women. That's how serious I am about how problematic people like that are. I do not fuck with that at all. Like women who sit there and parrot some of that shit them bitches be saying, oh my God. I really do view them as enemies for real. Like for real, for real. Damn. Hustler and Muscular said, I've seen crime documentaries on this type of mess. On what type of mess? So I didn't want to get into the women. Like the women are everybody's kind of operating under the same program, okay? The devil has been around for thousands and thousands of years, right? The devil been here since the beginning. The devil understands humans very well, and he running the same ass programs on everybody, and they work, okay? So this what happened. You got remember earlier I spoke to you guys about black people selling out black people for what? For a clout, for attention, for money, for status, for proximity to whiteness. And then now let's look at the women. Then you got women modeling the same behavior, right? So then you have women selling out women for what? Clout, attention, money, status, proximity to men, right? It's just like a pyramid, a food chain of the same. Throw people, throw your own under the bus, be a traitor, have no soul, be willing to do anything, a lot of bit for a little tiny bit. It's literally the same program they're all operating under. They're all under the same spell, literally. And where they all get it from? Y'all said stop blaming white people, but this again, this is not an original program. This is a program that's been being ran for centuries, okay? All because of white daddy. What's happening right now? People are using media to perform stochastic terrorism. Shout out to Marcus White. He taught me that word. Stochastic terrorism. Look it up. People are using media to disparage, demonize, and harm black women, much like Hitler did in Nazi Germany. Before any violence was enacted, you know what his first tool was? Propaganda. Dehumanize said group of people. So by the time the violence comes, nobody moves them, nobody flinches because we don't even see them as human. And we can see that now, right? Look at how many black people been showing up dead and nobody really cares. Nobody barely go to jail. You can have black people on a jury, like that Asian man who shot that black boy in the fucking back. And you'll have black people on the jury and they'll say, oh, he's innocent. They have dehumanized black people. They're not even people. That's why they can get shot down, hung from trees, and nobody cares. Not even the black people care. That's how effective of a job they've done with dehumanizing black people. So now you have that works. Okay, that's a trick, old trick since Hitler time that white people have understood to do and how to do it well. Then you come to the US, the white man effectively did it to the black man, right? Now we're here where you can shoot them in the back and hang them and, it's whatever, it's a regular Tuesday. And then now, what do the black men do? Repeat that cycle, but to their own women, right? And then what do the black women do? Repeat that cycle to each other. So again, the devil has everybody under the same program. Okay, so it's very important for us to protect our minds. Damn. Big Drugs Forever said, I'm sorry, Venus, why do I care more about white people killing black people than black people killing our own and at much higher volume? I don't understand that. So here's the thing. I care about black people being killed in general, except for the ones I hate. They could go. But outside of them, I care about black people being killed in general. Big Drugs, I want to ask you a question. Why, when we are discussing racial injustice, do black people do what you did and want to divert my attention back to proximity killings? Because guess what? White people kill more white people than anybody. Black people kill more black people than anybody, right? Proximity is the thing. Whenever there's a group of people who are around each other, they tend to enact violence on the people they have proximity to. That is normal within every group, not just black people. So yes, is there an issue with black people and violence amongst each other? Sure, but that is a very separate issue. So my question to you is, when I am discussing systemic issues, Why is there a black person like you wanting to deflect my attention from that and want me to discuss proximity issues when those are two different things? A bitch tired said, "You ain't live, Venus. They offering to eat the other woman's cuda for a piece of man. But what kind of man is this? I needs to know. Is he a nigga with $100 million? Like, what is it?" Big Draw said, "Without realizing it, you are normalizing it in a way, excusing it. We should be pushing and care about it all equally." Yeah, but here's the thing. When you have a complex issue, right, that has multiple different parts, you have to kind of hone in your focus somewhere, right? You can't fix 12 different problems at one time effectively. That's just not possible, right? So if our focus is systemic, I don't think it's fair for you to go, no, you should focus on proximity. Yeah, like, yes, it's a problem. Black people killing black people is a problem. Big Draws. Nobody's never going to say it's not. But two things can exist at one time. If I'm talking to you about systemic racism resulting in deaths of black people, how is it helpful to anyone for you to want to divert my attention to, well, black people kill black people more than any, okay, white people kill white people more than anyone. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I'm not normalizing or excusing anything. I'm saying within any group, you're gonna see a higher the because of the proximity. You're just gonna see a higher number of whatever it is. That's it's just that's what it is. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying, why do y'all do that? Like, if even if I just wanted, let's just say I specifically only wanted to ever focus on civil rights and I only ever wanted to focus on racial inequalities, right? Let's just say that's all I wanted to focus on. Why is that not okay for you? I'm only one black person. There's another black person who maybe only wants to focus on community issues and more like localized issues amongst black people. And we shouldn't go to them and be like, "Hey, why are you doing this? And you ain't talking about the white man." We should let them do that because that's where they want to focus. And for those of us who want to focus on a broader systemic institutional racism, you should allow us to do the same. You cannot force people to want to focus on everything. There are people who focus on those things. If I want to focus on the bigger picture because I understand on an institutional level, on a systemic level, how harmful this shit is to black people, I'm looking at the macro, you're looking at the micro. We're looking at two different things. Okay, I understand on a macro level, us being too passive about race relations is why in 2026 is looking like 1960, right? Because you guys were not as concerned with the macro as you should have been. You were not as concerned with the white man as you should have been. So now they have effectively taken this bitch back to damn near 1960 around here, right up under your nose, because you want to point your finger at other black people so damn bad you didn't see what the white man was doing right in front of your face. Like stacking Congress and like, oh, there's just all of the Christian nationalists, like everything that's happened didn't happen overnight. But because y'all want to constantly divert attention away from the white man, rocking y'all ass to sleep, like I said, which is happening now. So distracted with social media and all the stimuli and the shortening your attention span with the dopamine hits and a bunch of fake ass news and salaciousness, while they're elite They're not sitting online doom scrolling and bullshitting. No, they're making plans and putting money behind plans and moving pieces on the chessboard and putting shit into action and taking away your rights, taking away your resources, taking away your opportunities. And y'all sitting here wanting to talk to black people about black people. No, I'm looking at the macro, the big picture. You see what it's saying on my name? Big stepper. Okay? That's how I'm coming. Well, well, well. Sharon Bracy. Hmm. I got it. That's another issue, but I ain't gonna get into that right now because I was on a roll. But yeah, black people gotta stop doing that, okay? If there are black people who you see addressing any issue, whatever it is, that is not the time for you to come and do the whataboutism. Well, what about black on black crime? Okay, nobody's talking about that right now. How does that help this conversation? So you got to be careful, big drawers. I know you mean well. I know you do. But you got to be careful with that. Do not pick up the habits of your oppressor. Because what you just did was some shit that your oppressor does, right? Like when, for example, when black people say, hey, we want our reparations, they go, oh, but what about y'all just gonna spend it on this anyway? What about this? What about this? What about that? Oh, but y'all in debt. Y'all don't spend the money right. Y'all don't. Da, da, da. A bunch of deflecting from the main focus, right? Don't pick up the habits of your oppressor. Don't do it. Damn, she said his net worth ain't even a mil, ain't even close. Listen, I read something that said that, uh, or I heard, anybody knows, let me know. It said that, m- like 100% of the women are attracted to 20% of the men. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but if that's the case, you're gonna see a lot more instances of women willing to share men. Okay, women are gonna either get to the point where they want to share men, or just not have one. So this don't really surprise me at all. I done seen it before. I know somebody who was kind of in one of them relationships. It kind of ended up going bad, but I did well. The way they did it was kind of bad, but I did like one of my homegirls had got into a relationship with this guy who was already in a relationship, and she was with it, he was with it. The problem was his girlfriend was the last to know. And those two, my homegirl and her man, thought it was a good idea to just spring my friend on this girl. Yeah. And like kind of force her to be with it. Cause it was on some like, well, this is what we doing. Either you with it or you ain't. And baby girl tried. She did try to like force herself to accept it, but overall, it was a problem. And I understand why. Like, first of all, if y'all was gonna do that, that wasn't even a respectful way to even initiate some shit like this. Red Scholar, you say you not sharing? I could share, Red Scholar. You know what I could share? And this is sad, but this is how I'm feeling today. You know, women be changing their mind every 3 hours. But this is what I thought about I could share. I don't know sometimes if I want to take on the task of anybody full time. I'm laughing, but I'm dead serious. I know that shit sound crazy, but look, I kind of like my peace. I really do. So sometimes, what if you don't want to be the person who got to be performing your femininity all day, all night, every day, every night? You gotta get up, you gotta clean up, you gotta cook, you gotta suck penis, you gotta bend over, bust it open, and then have sex again in 3 hours. Oh, wake up in the middle of the night, have sex again. Oh, go iron my clothes, make a sandwich. Oh, get these kids out the tub, clean this shit up, go to work. Like maybe some women feel like, hey, guess what? Maybe I could see you like 3 times a week and you can get the fuck out my face. How about that? I don't know. I'm really, really thinking this through. I'm telling y'all though, those are my intrusive thoughts coming out. But anyway, damn, Big Drew said, I think that's incorrect in how that is interpreted. I think women think 20% are the top, but actually deal and accept most men. Yeah, I agree. Big Draws, I gotta do a better job. I didn't see this for myself, but that's what the men I've heard a couple of men say this. They said that the women are attracted, but this is the thing, we could be attracted to, I feel like that could be said about any group, right? Like if you ask all men if they could get who's like a very, very beautiful uh I can't think of anybody right now. If they could get Kelly Rowland or Beyonce, they gonna want Kelly Rowland or Beyonce. That's the top 10, 20% of it, right? That's normal. So I don't really get that stat. Like every gender is attracted to obviously the most beautiful people. That doesn't mean they don't entertain other people. Damn, Red Scholar, you said we should both agree to have sex 3 times a week exclusively. Okay, so I'm about to sound male centered, right? But I've been listening, y'all. Listen, listen, listen. I've been talking to my male friends lately about sex, and they was telling me that men think about sex all day. Not funny. They was telling me that men think about sex all day, and women don't understand how extremely difficult it is for men to, not act on those feelings and thoughts. And even when they get with women, they tend to have, like, Red Scholar, you want to have 3 times, you want to have sex 3 times in a week. Some people want to have sex 3 times in a day. So now they feel supposedly, allegedly, sexually starved because you only want to give it up 3 times a week and he wants it 3 times a day. And I'm not saying anybody should have anything they want all day, every day. Like, we're not children. You're grown. You're an adult. You need to discipline yourself, have some self control, and be a damn grown ass man. But I'm just telling you what the men's told me, I'm just telling you what they said. So I don't know, you do with that what you will. Either y'all women gotta step your sex game or sex drive up, or your man gotta suffer, or you gotta be okay with sharing. I don't know. Y'all make a decision. Damn. April said, I'm sorry for a man who wants sex 3 times a day. I know for a fact he's not working. The F. Or what if he got the kind of work where he don't gotta work a lot and he's just making money? We can do it anywhere. I can love you in the shower. Both of our bodies dripping wet. Telling y'all, I've been listening to all the R&B lately, okay? But yeah, I'm just saying. Look, Ratchet City said, nah, give that coochie up. Don't you get bored? Why do you want to be hunching on somebody? I don't want nobody on me all the time. Like, go away. Like, that was fun. Haha, yeah, yeah, that was great. Now go. Go. I release you into the wilderness. Go do something. Like, what the hell? But that's what the men told me. So look, y'all gonna either have to bust it open, okay, more times, or be okay with sharing, or we gotta brainwash, we gotta condition these men, okay? We have to civilize them. But that's why it's good. You do have a point, April, because people who gotta work and be busy and got shit to do, they don't have time to be wanting to just dry hump you like a horny ass puppy with his pink thing hanging out, or like a hot ass cat dragging it across the carpet. They don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like in the South, y'all really be making the most babies. All y'all do is hunch. Every time, them 2 years I spent in North Carolina, that's the most pregnant women I ever seen. I'm not kidding. Everywhere I went every day, I seen pregnant women. In New York, where it's hustle culture and it's hustle and it's bustle, I don't see pregnant women every day. I promise I don't. And I see way more people just because of how the city is constructed here in a day than I've ever seen down south in a day. But I still seen way more pregnant women down there than I've seen anywhere else. Okay, so y'all are just humping. Y'all got a lot of time. Y'all in rural neighborhoods. I don't know what y'all doing all day, but y'all humping a lot and y'all having a lot of babies. Okay. April said, I be wanting my space. I don't want a man up or all up on me all day. Okay, let me ask you a question. Because my male friend said, if you feel like this, you probably just don't really like that man. You don't like him as much as you say, April. So is it that you're just tolerating him? Because they told me the right man, you're gonna be up his ass. Okay, you're gonna be sweating him, you're gonna be obsessed with him, you're gonna want to live in his skin. That's what my friends be who be saying that. One of my friends be like, I just want to be in his skin. You know, she's a lover girl. April said, I'm not conditioning no man. It's not my responsibility to take on a responsibility that his parents failed at. Okay, but what if he just has a very healthy sex drive? Do you know that working out makes you horny? Do y'all know that? I just seen a post. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to be testing this out anyway. Let me see if I can open my Instagram on here. That was the point of this. Okay, I want to open Instagram. I saved a post where it was this guy was in a gym and it says something like women who've been working out a few times a week with no man, are you okay? And y'all should have seen all of the women in the comments. They had eyes twitching and shit, shivering, cold sweats. They was saying they was losing their minds because when you start working out, your testosterone levels go up even as a woman. And you want to have sex even more. And then you ain't got no man, so what are you doing? Okay? You at home using a rose to the point that you don't even have no more feeling in your clitoris. Let me stop playing. April said, I like him, but I also like my space. Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. Like, I want to be up under you for about 48 to 72 hours. And then I want to disappear for like another 4 days. And then I want to come back and be up under you again for another 48 to 72 hours. And then I want to disappear. She said, I have a healthy sex drive, but I also have responsibility. Yeah. And I'm not no man. I don't know. But the way they were saying it to me was like they're just so consumed all day. And when they see different type of women and blah blah blah, and because I feel like women have tunnel vision, we almost like damn near don't even see men for real in real life. Like we see them, but we don't really see them. Like we're not spending a lot of time thinking about them and shit. Like that's not really what's going on. But they thinking about you. Okay. Some of you. Big Draw says that's why male trainers be having a field day with their clients. Especially the ones in relationships. Yeah, I know. I seen it. I seen this. I seen it firsthand. Okay. That's all I can tell y'all. I seen it firsthand. I knew a couple of trainers and they was running through damn near the whole gym. And I'm not kidding about that. Like, okay. And the reason I had knew was because one of my friends was participating. It was like once I found out what she was doing, it just opened a can of worms. And I was like, damn, okay. But yeah, I don't know what else is going on. What should I be talking about when I come back on here, y'all? Because listen, I don't be having time or every day, but I be seeing so much stuff I want to get into. Uh, I wanna look more into like the latest wave of feminism because yo, I've been coming across some crazy stuff, y'all. April, you stupid. Why you keep I'm trying to get away from this topic. You keep bringing me back in. She said, right, Venus, the ish be burnt the F up using that rose. Yo, listen, no comment. I don't know what's going on with that, but look, don't burn your clitoris off. Do not burn your clitoris off. Zap that shit off because you just can't put the rose down. Put it down. Oh, somebody backstage? Okay, hold on. Hello, residential white man.
What's up, Venus? How you been?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, Joshua? Joshua,
I'm
you been
good.
cheating on me?
Yes, ma'am. I apologize. Oh, you know how that white boy stuff is. We ain't loyal to nothing.
Yeah, damn sure ain't. But oppressing. Look at how you still oppressing me.
I,
Joshua, you first of all, you know you're not allowed to just be going any and everywhere, okay? And I've been seeing your ass. You think I don't see you? You think I don't know what you be doing? I've
I,
been
I,
seeing you moving around a little too much for me. I just didn't get a chance to catch you. You know?
well, you'll be proud of me. We've been taking taking out some of your conservative oppressors.
Yes. Good job.
To be fair, right? I think Cheeky kind of mostly did this on his own. I just I didn't think he was going to show up, and I showed up at the last moment because I thought I was going to have to do the heavy lifting. I'm real proud of him. Real proud of him.
Wait, what did she? Wait, what did Shiki do?
August got dragged today on Hamps.
Okay, let's just never mind. Don't even no
Oh,
name
okay.
drop it. Never mind. I shouldn't have asked.
Oh, apologize.
That's okay.
but,
It's okay.
But your red pillars kind of getting their they're getting their feelings hurt. We'll put it that way.
Damn, is that right?
But to be fair, right? It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing you ain't already said. It's just now, I guess there's some dudes got some batteries in their back and they're kind of like fighting back, if that makes much sense.
You know what? I really appreciate the fact that you said it's not nothing I haven't already said. I really do, because like this is how, I don't know. This is how it is. But like, yeah, people. I hate that it seems like women can see things way sooner than everybody else, and it just takes them so long to catch up. But if you're saying they caught up, I'm just gonna be happy about that.
That has been a starting discussion, believe it or not. There's been some I'm going to call it some breakthroughs on talking to women. I think a new popular trend might happen, and it ain't going to happen.
Is it my
for the next
connection or
couple
his?
weeks? But it's mine. It's
Oh, okay,
mine.
okay.
I apologize. So that's actually, I think it's going to be a new trend soon. It's not going to hit for the next couple weeks, but it's coming. The idea that men and women they can't communicate because we don't speak the same language, and so something's going to have to give, like crossing that aisle kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm
I
just
think
happy
that's
for
coming.
the.
I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead. Go. Say it.
No, I'm
Say
just
it.
saying if you're saying it's growth, I'm happy for the growth because, but you know what I think too sometimes? You know how they say if you just let people talk long enough? So it's like some of it is people have gotten so comfortable being disingenuous and contradictory that it becomes almost impossible not to notice how full of shit they are. You know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point,
Yeah.
it's just like you just got so comfortable saying anything that you're literally now saying anything. And
Well,
everybody can see you now.
that's what Cheeky did over. I guess it's been about 2 weeks, right? People were talking, and more specifically, it'll be the red pillars. They'd been talking, and they messed up when you start give like a prescription 1 week, the next week you give another prescription, right? And when you start putting them all together, none of it matters.
Adds up.
And, yep.
Never adds up. And you know, I've been saying this for 2 years now. Like none of it adds up. It's like,
yeah,
we claim we want marriageable chaste women, but then the same men will tell you they're not even waiting 30 days for sex, right? So on the one hand, you want all these chaste women while simultaneously you want to run through women. So you want to create the women who are whores, but then
Yeah,
judge
that's
women
that
for being like it. I
that
mean, damn near everything they say, Joshua. That's why I said earlier. It's kind of I look at men differently because of the internet. Because I didn't know that men were such liars, and I didn't know that they literally would just say whatever comes to mind. Like I actually thought men were intentional and they thought before they spoke and they meant what they said. Like I really believed it. But what I've seen is like people will say anything depending on the day, and then if you contradict yourself constantly, what that says is you don't actually have any true morals or principles that you operate out of on your own. You don't. You'll just say anything.
bingo. Yeah, it's well, okay. Say grifting, but without the money concept. In this case, it was like a or like YouTube commentators, that kind of thing. But grifting is the idea that I'm gonna we hear like the Christian skin suit or the conservative skin suit or like whatever thing that's popular at that given time that you can kind of gain some influence to convince people to, I guess, deal with your bullshit. Really, what it comes down to. But you're right. Uh, what I found out, well, I think what we learned is the tool is
It's
you
then it's
you
like
went
another
about it.
one. They'll
Well,
say
no, you
choose
did this.
better.
Well,
What
yeah, but
happened?
you did this the exact right way. You just gave in too soon.
What do you mean?
Okay, so calling people out on their bullshit, right? It took a consistent amount of shows over, let's just say, a period of 2 or 3 weeks, right? So we're talking about like 10 shows, give or take, right? Now, not every day, but like say every other day. It was all an entrapment. That's what was hilarious about it is Cheeky at the end of it actually admitted that this was all planned out.
Wait, what was planned out?
The plan out was the entrapment part, right? So effectively, how it got started was like political perceptions, political agendas, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it is. People kind of get a little sidetracked every once in a while, and so they'll make comments. Well, Cheeky actually ended up keeping receipts, clips, things like that, right? And could call out word for word based on what was said. And so really what it boiled down to is red pillars have been basically, you can only say so much and you have to remember all of it, right? And then when it doesn't add up and you get called back, let's just say in 3 weeks, you get called out on your crap, right? What do you do from there?
Mm-hmm.
So what it is you had the right tactic. I think you just kind of like gave up a little bit too soon. If that makes any sense, right? Like being a woman, you're going to have to put in a little bit more effort than the average, well, at least the average guy, right?
Yeah. It's not that I necessarily I guess gave up is
So it's still your
I'm
same
not.
tactic that you pulled,
y-
just a longer scale.
Yeah, what I've come to realize is that might not be the job for me. I might literally be the seed planter. Like that might just be my purpose, right? Like I don't have the patience, the time,
Mhm.
the memory, or the wherewithal to do like what you just mentioned, right? I just don't have that level of attention to dedicate consistently in that way. Like I kind of pop in when I can, then I'll
Most,
disappear for a few months, and I'll come back and shrink. Like, so I don't know if I
yeah.
have the time, but I do understand that my voice is very influential, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. But like you just said, the same way you can see my tactics and my talking points, I see it too. And I see it all over the place. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But
Well,
yeah.
to be fair to you, right? Most people don't have that type of time to invest in it, and this really is kind of like a time-consuming pain in the ass to deal with. Even I couldn't pull that off.
No, but you're talking about I know Cheeky does content, so it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes sense. Like he can
Mhm.
consistently do it. And he's smart. I always uh Cheeky, like how he thinks. He's very smart. I think very mature, especially to be one of the younger men. Like he's very sharp. So I think that's great. But yeah. No, I'm just gonna continue to speak my truth over here in my little corner, and somehow anything I discuss becomes like a topic of discussion.
Well, let's talk about it. Like the whole sex and relationship thing, right? So, like, I think somebody down in the chat. I'm not going to name names, right? Because I don't really actually know anybody or know that person. So, 3 times a week, right? The national average is 2 times a week for like between the ages of 18 and 29.
Who are these people surveying? Every time they have these surveys about
They're
sex,
just there's all kinds of psychology think tank groups that try to get to that information, right? But what it really boils down to is the vast majority of people out there don't have. Well, I guess the other lady down there hinted to this. The vast majority of people don't have that kind of time to dedicate to anything, let alone just sex. And if we're really talking about sex, and it was you were going to meet this criteria, let's just hypothetically say you reach 3 times a week, right? Does anybody ever comprehend how much time and effort and energy you like? What do they think that is for a woman? Just like she's going to just walk in the door and everybody can drop their pants, do their thing for however long that lasts, right? And then just move on. Like,
I mean,
to me,
depends. I mean, depending on the day, she probably could.
What do men expect it to be that easy? Because I've been married 9 years. I shit you not. I still have to date. I don't want to, but I have to do it.
Yeah, because to keep your relationship kind of like, right?
Damn right. You're damn right. And I still have to so instead of the idea of competing for the attention of a woman, right? I've got to compete for attention of my woman against my job, the little cock blocking kid I got, right? Everything else is in the way. And this is just life. It just is what it is.
So this is why you want to see a magic trick, Joshua. Okay, you see how I be getting a space popping. You just gave me an idea. I'm gonna do a show on First of all, and I'm gonna say I changed the trajectory around this bitch several times, and I'm gonna continue to do it. I'm gonna start making people talk about this watch. I'm gonna do a show about women, why women should either not have to work or only work part-time. And I'm gonna lay out a whole case for why this is necessary and why this is beneficial to men, because then they would have access to way more sex, way more cooking, way more all of the things they claim they want. If they put women in positions to where they barely had to work, they would get a lot more of the other things that they said they claim they want. The problem is you want her. The problem is you want her to be a hardworking man like you. You want her to drive 18-wheelers and tractor trailers and build skyscrapers and bridges and boats and all this shit and be a Marine and go diving in the sea like in the Navy and shoot guns like the Army and still come home and be a soft, feminine, docile, feeble, whatever it is you like, okay, ass woman. And it just don't work like that. Okay, it just don't.
U.S. economy cannot be done. It just can't be done.
Damn.
I don't care how anybody. I don't care how anybody pushes the numbers. And even if it was the case that it could be done, you still couldn't afford to maintain a woman. I hate to say this, but y'all freaking clothes is expensive. Your cosmetics. We're going to have to do a show on skincare products because you know what? I really hate women right now. Y'all expensive. This just is what it is, right? So the
women
idea of you want that
are expensive. This is a fact. That's why I said part-time, right? Because look, part-time money, part-time job, like your woman works 3 days a week. That money could be for this is your money to keep yourself beautiful and keep up with your upkeep. You like nails and waxing and all that. Okay, yeah, you go work 3 days a week. You use your money to keep yourself beautiful. And then the other 4 days a week, you stay at home and I provide. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a perfect plan to me. What you think? Wait, leave it to 2 cents says, I was just thinking today what happened to Venus. I've been around. I guess I just been on channels that maybe y'all not familiar with. But I was around. But you know, I always come back home. Okay.
It-
But who did you have a different name before Leave It to 2 Cents? Because I don't remember seeing this name. But I'm glad you was thinking about me, looking for me. What happened, April? April, that's what I'm trying to get. Okay. I'm setting my life up right now to where I'm only gonna want to work 3 days a week indefinitely. And I'm doing everything in my power right now to make that my reality. What happened, Joshua?
First you're gonna address the super chat,
No,
ma'am.
I was waiting. I was waiting. I
You
was
got
gonna.
fans. No,
No, I know, but I
no,
was
no,
waiting
no.
because I
You
want to
got
play my
fans.
music. I got to play my music and then read a few of them at one time.
Forget the white boy. Address your fans, ma'am. Those are your fans.
No, I understand that. I just
I'm just
there's
I'm
a
just your
certain
hater.
way. It's so Joshua. This is what I'm saying. It's not about you. That's the thing. It's not about you. Some people address their super chats when they get a certain amount of them. Like
Oh,
it's
okay,
okay.
okay.
Let me run my show. You know.
I just think everybody's got, not everybody. I think the vast majority of people out there have very unreasonable expectations. So if it was the case that women had some, I don't know, Disney World fantasy, right? Men also have their Disney World fantasy too.
Okay, so what should, and I'm gonna read the super chats after this. What should women expect realistically of men? Can you just tell us, like, what is a reasonable expectation that if you are a single woman that you should expect from men? What is it?
Bare minimum of whatever your environment is the bare minimum standard of.
Why you say bare minimum?
Bare minimum is effectively like what we would call average within within an environment. So like just take your state, pick out 20 men, whatever is defined as the bare minimum, right? Like let's just say they work 40 hours a week. I have no idea, working as an electrician, plumber, or whatever, right? They're going to come home. We don't want to do dishes when we get home, right? Like whatever your concept is that bare minimum to maintain themselves as like a bachelor's effectively where we are in society. That would be the expectation you'd have of a man.
So you think it's wrong if you expect more than that from a man?
I think you're delusional if you expect more than that.
Damn. Okay, and then what should men expect from women?
The inflated cost that I actually. So inflated cost is the idea. I don't think the average guy actually understands what it costs to be a woman in our environment. And I'm talking about like the cosmetics, the skincare, the clothes is ridiculous, right? I don't
Hair.
think men sit down and actually try to tally that up in their head. And if it's your girl, right, now, like you're a boyfriend or you're a husband, right, that's partially your cost. What do you think you're gifting on Christmas and Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and oh, I got to send a surprise, right?
Now you're not wrong because I'm thinking like every man I've ever been with has definitely
Yeah,
paid
you're
for
still gonna have to
nails.
date. And what do men typically
They've
do?
paid.
What?
They
So I'm
not true. Once they
so
become
the
like a permanent fixture, they definitely paying for shit. They paying for nails. They're paying for
because
hair. They're
because
paying
that
for food. They're
because
paying
that
for little stuff. Hmm.
because that is a role of a boyfriend or a husband or whatever title you want to put on it. That's our job. It's what's obligated of us, and we deep down know it. I just don't think we. I don't think we actually do the math in our head. I think when we talk about dating, right, we really do and I'm being hyperbolic here. I think we think of it like, oh, I'm
Baby,
going to take her to make a bang behind the dumpsters, right? Because I think that's kind of like the idea, again, hyperbolic, but I think that's the idea that's in their mind. I actually think that men think vagina just growing on trees and it's just getting flung around out there like left and right. No, I kind of tend to think that most women are picky.
they told me vagina was $40, and I did the research, and come to find out, you can get a streetwalker for $40. So I'm so tired
Yeah.
of people complaining about the coochie when they said if you got a good 40 to 100 damn dollars, you too can have some coochie today. And just stop being angry and leave the women alone. Just go pay your $40. You know what I'm saying?
No, and see what I say to that is, if it's the case that men want Goodwill vagina, let them have at it. If they think that market's so great, go for it.
Are you hearing static on my ends? Because I'm hearing it.
No, it's me. I've got a really bad connection.
No, it's me. Leave it to 2 cents. You didn't tell me. Do you have a different name? Because I don't remember seeing your name. Okay, so to Johnny Humplick. What is that? I feel like this is what Johnny Humplick. That sounds crazy. Why you put that name?
What a bag is.
Okay, let me think. Johnny Hump. This name is like taking me out. Hump lick. Like you're gonna keep on making me say that. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Johnny. Thank you, Johnny, for the $5. I appreciate you. Okay. Venus, what colognes do you think you'd recommend for men? I don't know. I know Creed is nice. I bought that for somebody before. I can't remember the name of it. YSL. I like what's another one? I'm so bad at this. I know I could name those two because I've bought those two for a man before. I don't really know a lot about them, but I could tell you another time. I could go look into some things. Okay, thank you again for the $5. It says New York City women's accents got the Southern men cold going mad in a good way. You know what's funny? When I was living in North Carolina, that was a thing. Like, I mean, my accent was the topic of conversation a lot. Every time I went anywhere around one of these Southern men, somebody would always be like, "Where are you from?" Or say that again. Like, so yeah, y'all definitely do. Y'all like the New York accent. Same way, New York women like the. I love Southern accents too. Not all of them, no, but some of them I like. I like a lot. Yes, April Goodwill vagina. Goodwill. I'm not calling it Goodwill vagina. I'm gonna say this. Thank you for the support, Johnny. First of all, but I'm not promoting prostitution, but I guess I am. I'm just saying I'm tired of people complaining about shit that you could just. There are alternatives for if you just that pressed. You know.
I say let them have it. Let them think that they're bragging about it. Imagine a bunch of guys talking about the price they paid for a hooker, like in the Discord, right? Oh,
I'm not saying
all
you
they're
should
doing is
brag.
talking about how much they paid for the thing they're already complaining about. All these women are run through. Well, so is the hooker by definition, right? So like all they're doing, and now they're just bragging about them having to pay for it. So the same concept as dating. And so
It's not a
now,
flex. That's probably something you should keep to yourself. If you are doing it,
No,
nah, they don't need to
no,
brag.
no. Let them brag because they're gonna do it. Because the vast majority of humans on planet Earth are dumb. Let them be that.
What do you do when you're not the dumb one?
Uh, uh, the reason why dumb people have all the problems is because they probably don't actually think about the consequences of their actions. And I'm really learning most people
Sam, your
don't
sound
actually.
keep. Why your sound keep going out, Joshua? What you got going on?
It's that commie internet. I'm back in Vietnam, so stuff's bad. I'm over here I'm over here chasing around the the horizontal P,
What's the horizontal P?
vagina that's horizontal, not vertical. You didn't know?
That is funny. They call it the horizontal mambo, right? I heard that before. What they was doing, a horizontal mambo. Damn, they got you traveling across seas, across continent for the cooch. You know what I'm saying? This is
Hey,
crazy. You're a simp. Oh, you're a trick. You're a simp and you're a trick, Joshua.
yes,
That's
yes,
what they
yes, I
say.
am. Well,
I'm
no,
looking.
I'm the ultimate.
First of all, I'm
I'm
looking
married.
for
I'm
the
the ultimate
simps.
simp.
I'm
No,
looking for
I'm
the
the
simps.
ultimate simp.
I'm
I'm
just
the
gonna say
ultimate
this.
simp.
I'm looking for the simps because the men that we call that we view as like, oh, this is a guy, a good guy, they call them simps. So guess what? I'm team simp. Where are the simps? Okay.
I am, well, so I'm married, so I'm the ultimate simp. And what the messed up part of this was a recent discussion that was just had a couple days ago. The idea, shout out another red pillar, right?
I like
Uh,
simps. I love simps, actually. We need more
they,
simps. I'm gonna get a t-shirt. It's gonna say we need more simps. That's what I'm gonna get.
well, the conversation started about the behavior of women, right? And so I took I guess their position that women are crazy, which I tend to agree with, right?
Women are
Basically,
innocent. Women
well,
are.
no, basically they just basically complaining about emotions, right? Like women being emotional.
Let me just stop you
And
right there, okay? I'm sorry. I just want to say, if you have a problem with women being emotional, maybe you need
BJ,
to get yourself a stoic man.
yes,
Get
BJ,
yourself a stoic man, and you will not have to deal with anyone's emotions. Even though we know that's a lie, because these men have proven to be more emotional than anybody. Joshua, I got grown ass men on the internet stalking me. They are so emotionally attached to a stranger that they follow me around the internet for years.
well, you are.
That's how emotional they are. I have men on this app who I've never spoken to who absolutely hate me. They got vitriol for me, or like they spoke to me once. They carry like this anger and passion and talk about me behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. They try to turn people against me. They group up, plot again. This is how emotional these men are.
You,
This is a
you, you,
stranger they've never met, Joshua.
you,
Literally.
you remember kindergarten, right? When you like somebody, right? At least I guess the guys did it, where they go up there and do a girl and just pull her hair. That's what this is.
Nah, you haven't heard the level of like hatred in some of these niggas' hearts about me. So what I'm saying is, and I'm a stranger. I've never met them. I never stole their money. I never took nothing from them. I never hurt them. But they have all of that energy. That's how emotionally invested they are. Okay?
Of
So I'm
of
tired of
course they
hearing,
are.
I'm tired
Of
of
course
hearing,
they're emotional.
let me just get to my point. I'm tired of hearing about women being emotional. The people who have exercised the least amount of emotional regulation on a more consistent basis have absolutely been men all over this internet. But that's all I had to say. Go ahead.
Well, the conversation. So it basically, I guess that was the premise, right? It is the emotion, and so as the conversation progressed, I couldn't really understand what the bad behavior part was. right? Because now to be fair, right? Again, this is a black community, and so I'm the white guy, and I'm have to double check to make sure I understand exactly what's being said before I speak out. And so I have to ask about the details. And they were like, well, they're just talking about bad behavior generalized. But I couldn't really understand exactly what the bad behavior part was because nobody was given an example. So I said, to hell with it. I'll bring mine, right? I'll like my old lady says, yes, it will be the case that, my wife, she'll jump on her menstrual cycle, run my ass over as soon as she walks in the door. And the question is the bad behavior where basically I don't just capitulate to she had a bad day probably or whatever it is, right? Because I obviously don't know. It ain't like I'm keeping track of her cycle. She walks in the door, right? She flings her stuff down. Is the bad behavior the fact that she said anything or the fact that I just ignored her or did whatever bad thing that didn't really address her as soon as she walks in the door and probably pissed her off and she hauls ass out the door and doesn't come back home till like 3:00 in the morning? I said, I'm looking at this from a husband's job, right? If she walks in the door in a bad mood, guess what? This is just the job of a husband. You get to deal with it. You don't like it, don't get married, right? Otherwise, hey, welcome to it. This is what family is. Probably a bunch of bullshit you don't want to deal with, but you have to because that's your job as a husband. Same reason where I decide I'm going to have a bad day. I come home and I don't want to talk for an hour. I'm going to, I don't know, crack a beer and throw my feet up on the couch. Just leave me the hell alone. I got bad days too. Why the hell am I going to? Anyways, the point is I couldn't really get like a specific bad behavior.
Because you just answered the question yourself, and I love what you said. You know what you sound like? Joshua, you know what you sound like?
The dude that wants to be married? That feels like it's like my job?
Yes, but you also just sound like a mature adult. And like it's as simple as that. Like I love what you said. You said, I have bad days too. And sometimes I'm going to come home with a bad attitude and I'm going to need my space too. And that doesn't make you a bad husband, right? You're a human. You're a mature adult who understands that goes both ways. A lot of times you're talking to men, but mentally you're talking to children. You understand? Because that other part that you just said will never come out of their mouths. They never acknowledge the fact that, sir, that same energy you're complaining about, sometimes you project and that woman has to deal with it as well. And that's something we do for each other. There is no human who is 100% happy and positive and uplifted all the time. That's not real. But when you're talking to people who are children, who lack any kind of real relationship experience, they will have that expectation. People who live in reality know better. But the problem is we're talking to a bunch of people who are brainwashing other people into delusion.
Well, that would be the case, right? Because my position is it doesn't matter if you got married to the woman, right? There's this thing called responsibility. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like basically sign up for, when people are giving out responsibility, I ain't the first one in line. However, whatever gets dropped on my plate, it's kind of like that's the whole job of being a man. That's your responsibility. She come home in a bad mood, guess what? That's just my responsibility. The kid gonna come home in a bad mood? Oh God, the kid, right? Like that's my responsibility. Somebody gets sick, that's my responsibility. If you're gonna complain about being responsible, then I guess that's what you would say. It's about being a kid, right? Like avoiding responsibility. I don't understand what people think marriage is supposed to be. Yeah, there's a lot of good parts, but you have to go through a bunch of crap to get there. And I'm pretty damn sure that's normal. I'm pretty sure I think mom and dad went through that same stuff and the grandparents. To me, I think this is normal. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm still married 9 years later. I don't know what everybody else is complaining about. I'm not going to sit here and focus on somebody's got attitude, I don't know, once a month. I don't understand what the point is. And then if we're talking about bad behavior, what is the bad behavior? That's what I'd honestly like an answer to.
I don't know about in relationship, but when they're talking about women in general, A person like me, right? I could be one of the poster children for the women they're gonna say is problematic, problematic women. Because I curse men out.
Mhm. Well, see, now see, that's not fair either, right? Because my old lady has let me have it verbally, right? Like I've heard. To be fair, I get cursed out in another language, and I have to sit there scratching my head, like, how did I just get insulted, right? But I also know I did something, right? Like that ass whooping didn't just randomly fall out of the sky. So that's the whole point, right? If she's pissed off at me, what the hell did I do to, I guess, initiate that?
And this is why you married. Again, you sound like a grown ass man compared to the like, right. What did I do? Nobody wakes up just wanting to curse people out. That's not really, that's a very rare type of person. But the argument they would make against you, which I kind of understand to be fair, could be like, you need to control your emotions too. Like, just because you're upset does not mean you should
Simpery.
just, no, the woman. Like you need to control your emotions too. Like, just because you're upset doesn't give you an excuse to just behave any kind of way, right? That would be, and I think a reasonable argument. I do understand it. Like that would be the counter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, but I don't. I guess to me that is the thing. Is it? Look, how do you know if? Unless we've got some mind reading machines, the idea that somebody might actually pop up with some attitude is because they're pissed off. That's how you express it. And yes,
Right.
people gonna say some shit out of pocket. It happens, right? But are we gonna like file for divorce over every little word that's gonna be said? Really?
Um.
I value my. You know what? I
When you're
value
talking
my
to people
family.
who live in delusion and they live in their ego, see how you value your family more than your ego, right? You're talking to people who value their ego more than anything else.
Okay. Well, that may be it. That. Damn, I got to chew on that one for a while. Damn. I hate when you have answers.
I got
Okay.
an answer.
It'll give me something to chew on. You'll have to forgive me my womanese language, right? Like I still need a translator every once in a while.
No, it's good because I could be wrong. But it's
I
just my
tend to
theory as of now. I think the difference
I
between
tend to think
you
you're
and the men who speak like you, I just heard it. Your ego is not at the forefront of every interaction with a woman, but the men you're talking to are operating purely out of their ego. 1000%. They're selfish, they're self-centered, and they're ego-driven to the highest
well.
extent.
Well, now that there is, so to be fair, I'm not red pill. I mean, I use the talking points to piss people off, right? But I'm very pro marriage. And the one prescription I would give to people is if you believe your life is about yourself, don't get married.
So this is what they've
Just-
been doing. This is what the patriarchy does. They still want to be married and they want their lives to be about themselves. So what do? You create you do what they're doing now. You create talking points that will browbeat, shame, and condition women into um basically becoming emotional eunuchs and just suppressing everything they feel, think, and want to express and turning themselves into what they call moldable, malleable women, right?
Yeah.
They wanna turn women into emotionless, brainless, blind followers so that way he could get both things. He could still have a quote unquote marriage and be self-centered.
Yeah, but that's so fucking, excuse my language, that is so damn boring. I'm not gonna lie, right? Like if I were to just walk in my house and snap my fingers, right, and everybody did everything that, I guess I commanded, right, life would be incredibly boring.
You know why? Because you're a white man and you view the world through a very different lens. And I think some people just want to feel some type of power. Again, this is a theory. I don't know. But I guess they want to get the power wherever they can get it. I don't know.
I'm an authoritarian. Like, okay, so we all know I'm a supremacist, right? I definitely get my jollies off on the power concept. It just doesn't
I
apply
don't
to
believe you.
Well,
If you
it just
are a
doesn't
white
apply to family.
supremacist, why don't you have a white wife?
Well, okay, so a supremacist, like, but not a white supremacist. It's more like so supremacy isn't always just about the race concept. Sometimes it's about the system. Like, you want to own the system. Think of it like Rockefeller, right? Like, I want to be the billionaire that just gets to pull the levers, right, and commands, large groups of people to do my bidding, right? But I don't believe that same concept within my family. I keep my family separated from the political bullshit, if that makes any sense. So that's the same thing, right? Like, I want society to bid my, to do my bidding. I don't want to come home and I don't want my kid to, okay, right? I do like the idea that my kid minds, right? But at the end of the day, what's he going to be if he's not, like, basically at least trying me? Like, I can't imagine my kid just following me around doing every little thing. That would just be a replication of me. He'd best be better than me. And if there's any chance of him ever being better than me, he's going to have to at least keep me on my toes. So you have to eventually challenge my position, take me over, which I guess I want. The wife concept, I can't imagine. I don't even, what the hell do I want to talk to somebody that's not even going to, like, at least challenge me? Like, what the hell are we going to have? I might as well come home and have a conversation for myself. So this idea of, like, a mindful woman, that just sounds boring as hell to me. I might as well come home and talk to the wall, because it'd be the same thing. I think people ask for things that they have no idea what the hell they're asking for. That's what I think.
Sorry. I agree with you. That's why I've learned I don't listen to men anymore, Joshua. I do not listen to them. They will lead you astray. They will lead you down the wrong path every time. A lot of them speak from a perspective they've never been in. Just guessing, blind leading the damn blind. Because to your point, yes, a lot of them are saying they want things that they are, one, not equipped to have, two, don't actually want. You think you want it because you never had it. You don't want that. Because the minute you get that, you mess it up every time because you can't handle that. You can't deal with that. You don't know how to deal with that. It's not for you. Because then it's going to be, oh, this girl is stupid. She relies on me for everything. She act like she can't make any decisions on her own. You're a grown woman. Right? So it's like, even if they get the mindless, brainless idiot, then that's going to be a problem too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't need her to be a thinker. I only need her to look good and just be quiet. Okay. Then when you actually need something and she's not good for anything, oh, she's not good for anything. Or she doesn't spend my money on beauty. Like, it just, I can't deal with these people.
Just to be fair, I think I found a solution. So for, like, all those guys that, like, want, basically they want that.
Get with a stoic man.
No,
they ain't got to deal with no emotions.
We can do better than that. We can actually avoid the whole homosexuality thing. I got a solution here. So if it's the case that a guy wants, like, a mindless woman that's just going to follow, 24/7, whatever, they now have sex bots. Like, China's, like, pushing these things out, like, left and right. They're only roughly around between $7,000 and $9,000, right? So you put this investment, bring her home, whatever, or I don't know how, I'm not even so sure how to deal with the title thing, right? But bring that thing home, put some batteries in that thing, and just let it do what it's going to do. You can stay home, play around on your Xbox. I have no problem, because you will become a consumer and I will own businesses and you'll pay me. I'm fine with it. That takes my competition out the door.
Oh, you know what else, though? That would still not be enough. They would still want to be with real women at some point. You know why? You know what I learned? I'm going to do a whole show on this. Oh, my goodness. Men, and I'm talking about all of them, gay ones, straight ones, trans, I don't care. If it was born with a penis, men feel entitled to women. All of them do. All of them do. Whether it's for sexual or whatever else, but all of them feel entitled to women in some way, shape.
Are you saying that for the last, I don't know, like 15 years, at least on BlackTube, right? Definitely on BlackTube, but it exists in WhiteTube too, right? All of these men that are basically complaining about women, right, are really just projecting that thing that they are too. Because this is what it's starting to sound like.
I don't know, but I know they're all entitled. They're all entitled. Like I said, the gay man, the straight man, the bi man, white man, the black, all men feel entitled to women. That is what all of these conversations are about. They're upset with you because your requirements have exceeded their abilities. And they're like, hold the hell, it's not supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be able to walk up to you and go, hey, Brenda, I want vagina. And Brenda's supposed to just bust it open on the spot, you know, in the park, in the car, in the Starbucks, okay, at Crate and Barrel, at Madison Square Garden. It just doesn't matter. Men are supposed to have dominion over the women's at all times, everywhere. He wants coochie, give it to him. How dare you tell him no? You are a 2. And a 2 should not say no, right? So it's a lot of that. The men are entitled.
Yeah, that's just unrealistic. Period. Like I get the concept that people have sex drives, right? But if you're doing any part of life correctly, you ain't got time for that.
You don't got time for what?
Sex. Not to that degree, right? You're eventually gonna pop out kids, and I assure you, kids are probably like the biggest cock blockers out there. If you thought like your buddy's like basically chasing the same women as you as being a horrible cock blocker there is, have kids. They're worse. You'd be getting in a frisky mood, right? Next thing you know, your kid's like, oh, I had a nightmare. I'm gonna come in right now. You got, damn it. It's just, there's no winning. And this is just life. So what are you going to do? Neglect? What are you going to do? Neglect your kid for your own, I guess, sexual gratification?
You don't think your parents ever did it?
I don't know, right? But that's the thing, right? I honestly don't know.
So you saying as long as the kid don't know, it's okay. So if I just put the baby in there with an iPad and some fruit snacks and put the little game on with all the colors and the sounds and close the door, the baby don't know that I abandoned him for 2 hours because I just had to do what I had to do. And he got snacks and the iPad, and the room is childproof. So, you know.
See, that ain't realistic. That ain't realistic either. I got like our bedroom doors got locks on it. You don't think my kid figured out how to open them damn things?
Yeah, they do. They figure everything out.
So like this whole concept is just unrealistic, right? I guarantee you, you know what? Christmas time comes around, you're gonna find out how well locks work. Little shits.
Nah, you got everything. You got an OZ. Like you got to leave stuff in your trunk. Like you have to really have like just places that they wouldn't even think, because the kids really. Because I used to do that. I used to go out of my way to find them Christmas presents. You hear me? Any chance I got. Oh, my mother's going out, or she at work and I'm home. Oh, I'm going in her room. I'm going under her bed. I'm going in the closet. I would always find a stash. Okay, I was determined.
But that speaks to the volumes of the concept. Do we really think that we're going to hide from our kids?
Yeah, some things you can't. Kids are not as dumb as people be thinking. Like they not.
And this is what it is, right? So if my kid wakes up in the middle of the damn night, has a damn nightmare, doors coming open, whatever I'm doing, that stops, and well, here we are. This is what I got to deal with. But I've grown to accept this a long time ago. This is just the role of being a dad or a husband, right? Like this is what it is. What am I going to do? Get pissy about it?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
No, I think we've just gone to the point where, I hate to say this, right? I freaking hate cameras now. But
Why?
Everything on, so when we get on YouTube or, Kick or any of these other things, right? We get up here and we're really just not having any sincere, honest conversations. And so then people are listening to it, right? Like, oh, marriage is this, or having a girlfriend is that, right? We get this idea in our head, and the reality, nothing like that. I mean, I don't know what life is like for a woman. I've never been one, right? But for a guy, I kind of figure it's all a whole crap load of work, a crap load of responsibility. Ain't never going to end to the day I die. And I'm going to get moments here and there. So I find solutions, right? So I want some personal time with my old lady. We get to go take a shower. That's our thing. Because that's the one room the kid just doesn't go into. There it is, right? But you find bits of pleasures here and there. That's what you do. But what you never do is you never just give up. You'll figure a way out, right? Like if you truly want that thing, right? Whatever it is, you will figure a way of making that happen. I think the vast majority of people just want easy solutions. That's what I think. I think the concept of the whole battle of the sexes thing is really what men are doing is they're trying to talk women into submitting themselves without earning it.
Yes, nobody want to earn nothing. Nothing. But look, I gotta get off of here. So I appreciate you coming up, and I'm definitely gonna be popping back in like this, doing quick little lives when I can. But do you have any final things to say? Because I gotta get off here.
So as a Christian nationalist, I am still on the whole we need to remove voting rights from women.
Wow.
I still, as a married man, still got to say I really dislike women, right? But the alternative is being gay, and I just ain't going to do that. And I kind of like my kid, right? So I got to accept her. But I still want to remove her right to vote. So find the nearest Christian nationalist group, join membership. I'm here to recruit if you'd like to text message me or anything like that. I'm here all week. Love you, Miss Venus.
You've been recruiting for the Republican Party for since the beginning of the year, I noticed. And I just wonder, based on the current administration, how has that recruitment been going for you lately?
Strangely enough, pretty damn good. Now, to be fair, within the Black community, I found some very stubborn people. So we just had an economics argument, brown man bad, right? I guess apparently Black people feel like the competition is the Latinos. And so they're all pissed off of them. And I'm like, well, that's what the whole Republican Party was about, was deporting, mass deporting the brown man. What's the issue here, right? And they still just will not say thank you to Daddy Trump. I can't figure this out.
I don't remember when Spanish people were ever Black people's problem. I think that's a lie that you white men love to tell a lie and pit two groups against each other. Because I don't recall ever. When did they become our problem? When?
So to be fair, you would be correct, right? Apparently, there are among the Black community is a horrible identity crisis, right? That's easily triggered by actually just basically drawing some conclusions to make comparisons. And once that comparison is made, they'll go crazy off into basically competition mode, right? And so that competition mode, they're going to end up voting with their emotions. Easily triggered.
What do you mean by the identity crisis part? That's so interesting.
So think of this in the concept of how to explain this one. It's kind of a little bit long-winded, but think of it like the concept of the FBA, right? This is the idea of who's Black, who's not, right? Before that was, okay, we got out of slavery, right? We got out of bondage, right? What do we do now? When you're trying to figure out who you are, that would be let's hypothetically say you were picked up from one land and dropped into another land, right? Forget all of the stuff between the slavery part, right? As soon as you get freed, you now have to figure out who you are, where you're going, and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It is an absolute smorgasbord for anything that you want to do. Like, I'm calling it mind control, but it's really just manipulation, right? It's, oh, you should do this, or these people are your enemy. Like, you can just overload with information and drive people anywhere.
Yeah. But what were you
So
saying
it's just
specifically what they're doing now with because you said the Democrat, I mean the black and brown thing. What were you?
so the the current administration going hellfire on mass deportations, which is weird to me, right? So Obama did something like it too. It ain't like it's unique. It's just a talking point, right? It's a talking point to further an agenda, which is probably budgetary, if I'm being honest, but I don't know for sure. The point of it is when you're trying to recruit, right? Whatever agenda is going on, you just convince people that, hey, brown man bad.
Yeah.
So,
but you said the identity crisis with the black people. What are you referring to?
Okay. So like the identity crisis would be black people are like if I wanted to do it, like if I want to be ugly about it, you do like a mathematical concept. So brown people are taking up the jobs, right? In one concept. However, maybe we should keep them around because they do a better job. They do it cheaper, right? Whereas when you look over here in another group, right? They're all complaining about joining unions and we want living wages and stuff like that. Doesn't mean that it's true. You're just basically pitting the idea into people's heads that this is the perception of you and this is your competition, in this case the brown people, and you're just gonna, if you want to get rid of the competition, you're gonna have to join our side. It's actually not far. It's not that far from like what Biden did. Like if you don't vote for us, you ain't black. That kind of thing. It's the same concept without directly saying it, and then just pointing at mathematics. In this case, economics. But it's literally the same tactic.
But I guess I didn't catch the identity crisis part.
So the identity crisis is within the black community. It's really easy. Because there's always this internal structure of who's black, what is black culture. I don't know why this is a horrible discussion to ever have. I wish it would happen more often, right? But because like what is black culture always seems to turn into an internal fight, that concept is what we call an identity crisis.
Mm.
Okay? I hate
so
to say
how
it,
do you use that?
You feed it. You question it. It would be like, hey, Venus, black people do this? No. Yeah, but I see it over here, right? Why doesn't it fit? Why is that? It's the aggressive questioning of it that basically forces the person to question their own identity. Does that make sense?
I'm trying to make it make sense.
If you know what, we ought to have a show on it. If I can write down, like, if you give me some time to write down a bullet point list, probably be a little bit more helpful. I do better with examples, if that makes any sense. But identity crisis has always been a thing within America. The Italians had it when they came over. The Germans had it when they came over. Right? Like, it's not a new concept. It just so happens.
No, I know. It's not at all.
Yeah. But if you'll give me some time to go down like some bullet points so I can draw out some examples, probably it'll be a little bit more structured.
I think that'd be a great show me and you could do. Yeah, just let me know.
Sure, anytime. I just need about an hour notice, but I can usually pull it off. And I always keep notes, which, by the way, I hope you're keeping notes on your show ideas.
I haven't, but maybe tomorrow I'll listen to this so I could write down the stuff I was saying. But I did.
You're supposed to keep that notepad with you because damn well you come up with these ideas like out of random places, right?
No, I do have some. Like I went over it a little bit when I first came on. Like this is what I was looking at on my notes. The mental state of the black community in terms of dating, and then Americans in general. How social media is turning everyone stupid. Okay, I'm gonna do a whole show on that. The latest wave of feminism. I wanted to do a show on that. how all the Americans are under one big psyop by the elites. I wanted to do a show on that. And then
Yeah.
what'd you just say? What are we
Well,
what are we
that
doing?
that that covers so that would cover on the same concept. I don't know
No,
if
but
I
I
would.
want to do specifically identity. I'm putting it in my notes.
Oh, oh, oh,
Identity
oh, oh.
crisis and how it can be, what is it, like leveraged?
Used against you. Yeah, how it can
Okay.
be basically manipulated against you.
And how it is leveraged against
That,
us or
that, that
used
better wording?
for.
No, leverage. Leverage. That's a good word. That's actually a much
Mhm.
better word.
No, I'm just putting a sentence because whenever I revisit this, I want to remember like what I'm supposed to be talking about, you know?
Right.
But
Yep.
yeah, like leveraged against us for like political gain or for the dominant society to remain, right? Even though they're the minority, by keeping people divided, they kind of can remain like then it was one I just talked about. Oh, I want to do a show about women. I think it's gonna be called "Women Should Not Work Full Time."
You know
That
what?
title alone is gonna have people like, "What the hell?"
I don't disagree with it, but the problem with it is economically. Well, economically, I don't know how that's possible. I guess there's ways of doing it,
I
right?
don't care. I don't care. They need to make it possible.
It'll piss men off if you do it in those certain ways, right? But it also, so it forces men to be responsible. Here's a concept, right? If you see, I gave the same prescription about women. If you want women to behave a certain way, you basically have to take away their choice. And for the same prescription would be for women. If women want men to be a certain way, you pretty much have to force responsibility onto them against their will. So if it was the case that women, like your prescription was women only work, like, let's just say 20 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
To support or for that to actually happen, you'd have to have some type of support system from the men. And so what you would do is you'd put women in a situation where it would force the responsibility of men to deal with it. Basically, it's like forcing men to pay for it.
Understood. Okay. Well, I'm about to get off of here, but before I do, I want to check something. Thank you to everybody who listened. Half of them left by now, but thank you for listening, guys. Those of you who are still here. I'm trying to see how to, because I do like to react to stuff. So I'm on my iPad. I'm trying to figure out how to screen share on an iPad, I guess.
I don't have an iPad, so I actually don't know.
Right. This is my first time trying to use this to do that. That was kind of the whole point. And now I'm on here and I don't see an option to present.
There is a recording. Your audit. Here we go. Settings. Oh, it might be in the settings thing, I think.
Settings. No, but you know what? I'll do some research tonight and maybe Gemini could tell me. Maybe it's something I'm not seeing. Or maybe somebody
Yep.
made like an instructional video.
There probably is. Just StreamYard share screen. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and I don't. Okay, so the place it would normally be. Well, this looks different anyway. This looks very different than how it looks on the. I guess it's the mobile view, even though it's an iPad. It's still like.
Yeah. It is. There's something different. I don't know what it is.
Okay, all right. I'm about to get off of here. I'll catch you later.
All right. Take care, Venus.
Bye, y'all.